guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing my favorite full body mobility routine. I'm a movement and evidence-based chiropractor. This routine was designed to be done in the morning, at night, or whenever you feel like you need a full body reset. Your breath is key for all of these. You really want to focus on slow inhales and slow exhales. I'll cue them in the voiceover, but when in doubt, just focus on breathing in through the lower ribs and exhaling really slowly. If you're not already, hit that subscribe button because every single Tuesday I post a new video that's designed to be short, sweet, and effective to get you out of pain and move better. If this is your second, third, or 10th time watching this video and you know exactly what movement is best for you and your body, there are timestamps below. Let's get to it. First, we're starting off with a few neck cars. So these controlled articular rotations are such a great, easy way to add in motion through every intended range of motion of the neck and of the joints of the neck. And so with this, you want to pretend like you have a marker on your chin and you're drawing a really big circle on a piece of paper. So you want to go very slow with this, make sure you're breathing. We want to use our breath to calm down our nervous system. And the more we breathe intentionally and slowly, we're just communicating with the brain that moving our neck in this direction and in this manner is safe and it's good for us. I like to think of neck cars or any controlled articular rotations of any joint in the body like you're adding WD-40. You're just adding good motion because motion is lotion. We want to make sure we're moving the neck in all of its intended ranges of motion. Now we're going to go into a few side reaches. So with this, sit on your heels or sit crisscross applesauce, whatever feels best to you. But you want to have one hand on the ground as the other arm reaches over you and you can feel your side open up. And the deeper you reach, the more you're going to feel that opening and that nice stretch. When you have your arm overhead, you want to focus on taking a nice big inhale and a nice big exhale. So that's going to help to open up the rib cage to get a deeper stretch and help the intercostals or the muscles between the ribs get a little bit more movement in them. Now we're going to do some hip mobility with 90-90 switches or 90-90s. Sit comfortably on your butt, have your hands behind you for some support, and then with your feet out in front of you, you just want to slowly move the knees from side to side. I like to think of it as like your windshield wipering your knees from side to side. Play around with how far back you lean. The further back you lean, the less pressure it's going to put on the hips. The more upright you're sitting, or even if you hold your hands in front of you, the more it is going to add some tension or some pressure onto the hips, and you're going to get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Then if that feels good to you, you can play around with just taking your hands up in general, or once your knees are nice and planted, you can hold that position, hold it for an inhale, hold it for the exhale, and then switch to the other side. Now we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So you want to get into an all-four quadruped position, and then you're going to spread your hands out a little bit wider than normal. You're slowly going to just drop one shoulder to the ground and then flow on over so the other shoulder reaches the ground as well. So with this, you might notice that your shoulder doesn't hit the ground all the way, and that's completely fine. You just want to add good range of motion as you're opening up through the chest, through the shoulders. It's okay to feel it in the hips or the glutes as well. And then make sure you're breathing. So inhale as you come up, exhale as you drop your shoulder to the ground. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you drop the shoulder to the ground. Thread the needle is one of those moves that is good for really everything. So you start on all fours and then you bring one hand underneath and across your body, and then you just open up to the other side. You could also modify and you can hold on to your head and then just bring your elbow down to your other elbow, down to your wrist, down to the floor, wherever it feels good to you, where you feel a stretch, but you don't feel like you're straining in any way. The purpose with this though is to add some good rotation in through the spine. Then we want to switch sides and then do the same thing. So you bring the hand underneath you across your body, you open up to the other side. Again, to modify, you just want to hold on to your head and then you bring your elbow either down to your other elbow, down to your wrist, down to the floor, and then you can open up just to neutral. So keep the spine nice and straight, or open up all the way so the elbow is reaching up towards the ceiling. You want to inhale as you reach up and then exhale as you reach down. Inhale as you open up and then exhale as you rotate down. Now onto the world's greatest stretch. So start off on all fours, kick your feet back so you're almost in like a push-up position, and then you just lunge your foot forward. You want to add in a thread the needle with that lunge. So that's why we started with the thread the needle, start to get some good rotation through the spine. And then we add in a little bit of complexity and challenging ourselves. And so then we lunge forward, and then same thing, you just want to open up through that mid back. So a way to modify it is to stay on your knee as you lunge that foot forward. This is going to put less pressure on the hips and on that hip flexor if that feels a little bit tight or sticky. This is also a great way to help with balance control. So find which way works for you. Either lunge forward, keeping that back knee up, or keep your knee on the ground. Another way you can make this a little bit more challenging is to thread that needle a little bit deeper. So you want to rotate down. You can even let the hips sink a little bit more to get more of a stretch through the hips. But this is a good one that you can really make your own and just see what feels good to you and what feels good to your body. This is another great one. You can check your progress. So you can see, okay, I had to modify for the first couple weeks and now I don't have to put my knee on the ground, or I feel I can rotate a little bit further. Open book windmills are a really good one to do in the morning or at night. It's a very gentle way to add motion through the shoulder and through the spine. Start on your back, and then you're just gonna roll onto one side, have your arms extended out in front of you, and then you want to pretend like you're moving almost in a clock or windmill type of motion. Keep your face looking forward, your knees facing forward, and your arm and your hand are really the only thing that's moving with this. I have a wall behind me, so I can't keep my arms straight, but you want to try to keep your arm as straight as possible for this entire range of motion. And then you're going to go back the other way. So start by bringing your arm down, and then you're bringing it up over your head to meet back right in the middle. You're going to do this a couple times each side. With this, you just want to breathe normally, whatever feels comfortable to you. Good inhales, good exhales. And then you're going to switch sides. So just roll on over to your other side. Same thing, you're just gonna move your arm, your hand over the top of you and slowly bring it down, meet in the middle. And then you're gonna go back and bring the arm down and then bring it up over your head to meet again in the middle. Great job taking the time out of your day to help your body move better. If this felt good to you, feel free to save this and come back to it later. It's really cool to see your progress from where you were today to where you could potentially be in the next week, 2 weeks, month, and beyond. If you have any questions at all on how to progress or modify a movement, comment below and I'm more than happy to help you. We want the movements to fit your body. We don't want your body to have to fit the movements. If this helped you in any way, please hit that thumbs up and I'll see you next time.